Hello everyone, I'm Vicky StitchNButton and I am here for Flosstube number 103. Today is, I believe, the 7th of April. I'm a day late. And not apologizing though. Things happen. I'm feeling my age. Yesterday I wanted to cut out bags, and as I started cutting out bags, I noticed my feet were swelling already, and I had only been up for a few hours. And then I sat down for a while, and that drove me crazy, so I got back up, and then my feet swelled more. It was very humid yesterday, too. And then I decided I had to give in, so I sat in a recliner for a while, and I didn't feel any difference after a little bit. When I say a little bit, about a half hour or so, so I went and put on some socks that are kind of tighter, but I think the tightness was more in the ankles, and it ended up holding the fluid in my feet more. I am on medicine, by the way. Then, so I took them off, and that felt a little better because my toes were starting to get achy. So then I went and put the socks back on, but I folded down the tight part over my feet, and I sat in a recliner, and I watched true crime for a couple of hours, which I know, oh, poor you, you had to sit in a recliner for a couple of hours. But for me, it just sort of drives me crazy. I don't like doing that because I don't have my stuff set out there to stitch or anything. I would have had to drag everything out. Was not in the mood for all that. So I sat there and I played games on my iPad and I watched American Detective. It did help. After a couple hours, my feet did go back down, and I got up and I made food, and I ended up not stitching last night. And I ended up not doing my video either. And I didn't get as many bags as I wanted. I only cut out like 3 bags or something like that. So I have a lot more cutting to do. It is on the docket for later on today. So I figured, let me get this video done first, right? Right. All right, so a little bit of cleanup from last video. Or was it last video? No, it was for my kitting video. If you have not seen that, it's under coffee breaks, where I showed all of my kitted items, and I couldn't remember quite who gave me the watermelon slice kit, and it was Dawn. Dawn Frosty X Stitch had given that to me. So I still like it, Dawn, and thank you. It was a while ago and I couldn't remember. Okay, so what's been going on in my stitchy world? Besides me falling apart. Alright, so Whip Go was called for number 7 and 10. So that is Lady and the Tramp and Guardians of Notre Dame, which my goal is to put in at least 500 stitches. I have a goal anyway, which I should have just put 600, because I had a goal to put 600 in all my whips anyway, and I figured this would sort of give me a timeline as to when to start doing it. So anyway, I didn't change it. It is what it is. So Lady and the Tramp and Guardians of Notre Dame. I know I have a couple hundred stitches on Lady and the Tramp. I have not finished that one yet. I have, let me see. Yeah, I have 104, not even a couple hundred. So right now I only have 3 totally completed out of the 8 that were called. But I did bring out Native American Angel, which was in February. I'm looking at my Whip Go here. Basically, the way I did mine. So if it's called, I highlight it in yellow, except for when I have a brain fart and I highlight the wrong one. So when it's called, I highlight it in yellow and I put the month that it's called. When I complete the stitches, I put the date and I do it in pink. And so far, the yellow, minus this one, have been called, and I finished 3 of the 8 that were actually called. And I think I've actually put in Stitches in Garden Prelude also, so, but I don't think I've done all 500 of them yet. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, so those were the ones that were called. I did not pull those out just yet because you'll see what I've been working on. All right, let's start out with what I have been stitching on, and that is my moose. I have a section that I want to stitch every month, so I'll finish it by the end of the year. So far, I did finish January, and then I fell behind. I know, surprise. But this month, basically, this is January, February, March, and April. This whole antler right here, and his ear and head, right? So January portion is done. February is just about done. I think I have to finish part of the house in order for February to be done. I ended up putting in quick math, not so quick, 353 stitches this month, well, last month, as of the 31st of March, and yeah, so about here is where February ends, but that doesn't mean I haven't done even more, because now that I know that I need to do the whole antler, I've been not sticking to just one section. I'm sort of just moving out that way. I'm loving the way it's looking. This is on 32 count Murky from Picture This Plus, and I keep on thinking, wow, why is there brown? And then I realized that's the back of his antler, and then just a little bit of snow on top of it, because I'm like, why is the snow brown? No, it's his antler. Just get it together. So obviously I still have not done the back stitch, but since I have to do the whole antler anyway, I might as well just do the back stitch after I finish the antler, so it's a little bit more seamless. There are beads. The beads will be done last. They gave me plastic beads. I don't like them. I don't like the colors that are there, so I will pull out my seed beads, my Mill Hill glass beads, and my Delicas, and see what I feel like putting on there later when it's all said and done. This needle minder is available on my group, and we'll see what's next. So this should come back out this month. I'd like to get more done on it before next month, for sure. I need to do a little bit catch up. And this lives in my bag that I received from Vicky Reading and Stitching. She knew that I was doing Maurice the Moose, and this definitely screams Maurice the Moose, right? All right, so put that in my bin. I will be having giveaways. I'm going to do some more giveaways from my Boxo stuff that was given to me, plus some stuff that I didn't want anymore. All right, next up is Long Dog Samplers, You Belong to Me. If you've watched my previous videos, you know I came into a little snafu with Pattern Keeper, because for some reason when the long dogs are put into Pattern Keeper, you lose a horizontal column. If you adjust it to say 4 instead of 5 shaded area, then you get that column back, but then you lose a vertical row. No. Okay. What's my direction? If you put it in regular and say 5, you lose a vertical column. If you put it in 4, you gain back your vertical column, but then you lose a horizontal row. That's what happens. So I have it in Pattern Keeper twice for this reason. And what I did was I went and I had already done some of the page break here, but I hadn't gone all the way down. I think the page break for the bottom is down here somewhere, but I had gotten to here. So I had to take out, and I'll show you on here, I did a total, by the way, of 393 stitches. That's after I frogged out almost 200 stitches. So the page break was about here, right where that wing is, and I had to take out the front end of this bird, and then some of this building here. So I did that, and then I added some. So right now I am working off of the one that gives me the vertical line, the vertical column. and I'm just working my way across. I added in, I think they're flies. I have no idea. Has anybody confirmed what they are? They look like flies to me. That's what I'm calling them. Or maybe they're locusts, you know, because back in the Egyptian days they had to look. Anyway, so I'm working. I've decided to go ahead and just do all of this and work across. And then when I'm ready to come back, I'll go to the other pattern that I have in there and do the page break from here and then work across. So, or maybe I'll work all the way down. I don't know, whatever tickles my fancy, right? So I ended up putting some more stitches in, more than I took out. I finished this weird looking bird. It's the oddest looking bird right here. And I put in the flies and I started that little motif there. I had re-put in the bird that I took out, and I almost finished putting in what I had taken out in the buildings. So that's where that is. This is on, I don't know what linen, it's a mystery linen, but it's 32 count. And yeah, I don't think it had a name on it. But I'm doing stitching with PR168. They're silks from Silks For You. You can go to their silksforyou.net and get some, because that's a great color. And this needle minder is available in my group. All right. Side note, my friend Kate had ordered some custom bags and sent me fabric, and I said, what do you want to do with the extra fabric? Do you want me to send it back? She said, no, just keep it. I said, okay, fine. So she had 2 of these bags made, one for her, one for EJ from Sunshine Stitchers, and I sent off EJ's, and I added a little art book for her because I love EJ to death. And then Kate got the full-size bag and the accessory size bag, and that's the inside. So I had to make myself one, and I made this zipper pull to go with it. Hey guys, that's Horace. What were they calling him? No, that's Anubis. They were calling him Horace. Yeah, sorry. Sunshine Stitchers. What basically Ronnie and EJ. This is Anubis. See, Anubis. Horace, I want to say, is the bird. I'm almost positive it's the bird, but this is Anubis. And I was watching their video and they couldn't figure out who it was. And I double checked myself before I got snarky with them, because I'm like, I know that's Anubis, but then once they said Horace, I had to start you ever do that? You know something and then you start second guessing yourself. Anyway, I should know better. All right. So that will be getting more love eventually. I'm just glad I fixed it, because once you fix it, it makes it a little easier to go ahead and move on from there. Now, the next two are, cross your fingers, going to be done by the end of the month. That's my goal. One Nation. This is One Nation from Bygone Stitches. I started this in 2019, I think I figured, when I went through my Instagram account to see when I first put it. I think it was a New Year, New Start, maybe. But anyway, yeah, I started in 2019, the beginning of 2019, or the end of 2018, but that's the first picture I saw. And I am stitching this on 32 count crepe bed brown by R&R. It's by R&R Fabrics. This month I put in 490, no, actually since the last time I saw you, I put in 967 stitches. I joined the Zoom group with the Garon guys. Congratulations, Ronnie. He became an American citizen, so on Friday night they had a special Zoom meeting, and I went in there, and this is my patriotic that I stitched on. And to celebrate him knowing more about America than America does. Because I'm telling you, what they make you study, you end up knowing more about America than the average American does. So here it is. It's all in the called for threads. I only have less than half of the last 4 rows to go, guys. I ended up finishing, fold this in half. I ended up finishing, fold it in quarter, Oklahoma, a whole bunch of lines. I think I did some of Nevada. I didn't work, and I worked on the double line down here. But I kept it pretty easy. Just work on the straight lines because, you know, you're talking and everything. And there was a bunch of people in the room, and people I haven't talked, well, new people to me, and people I haven't talked to in forever. So it was nice to sit there for a couple hours and stitch with them. This needle minder is available in my group. I'll say it again, I've said it before. If you're going to stitch this, I would suggest going a little bit darker than the ale that they tell you, unless it's a darker ale. I do like the way the white pops off of it. I also wouldn't waste my money on using antique lace because it is white. If you want to go, depending on which way you go with your colorway, if you want to go with the more prim like this is, I would suggest using Cupid, which is Classic Colorworks. I bought this when it was Crescent Colors. I would use the Cupid and the Blacksmith Blue, but I would go ahead and just spend your money on DMC, because this goes for 12 skeins of antique lace. Now, the conversion is ecru, but I feel like the 3865, the winter white, would work a little bit better than that to update with the new colors. Yeah, that's my suggestion. I would go with a winter white instead of paying the overdyed prices for something that's pretty much white. Minimal, if any, kind of shading at all on this. If you're going for a brighter palette, then go ahead and use white or B5200. But either way, you'll be saving a good $12 to $20 in threads if you go that way. Just a little suggestion there. I am going to send this chart off to my friend Betsy when I'm done. I had promised her a year and a half ago or so that I would send it to her. So she's got her name on a post-it note on the chart. I did text her not too long ago. I was like, I'm almost done. You'll be getting it soon. All right, so that is going to be worked on again this month. My second one, there's also another I may try to finish this month. I just don't know. It depends on timelines and life in general. But this next one I've been working on for the past few days until the other day when I decided I need to just take a day off from it. And that's Lighthouse Keeper from Twin Peak Primitives. I was lucky enough to grab this when it was on the 20% off from Pam and Steph suggestions. I think Pam did stitch this. I stitched a whole heck of a bunch on it. I did a total of 1,100, let me see, 7, 9, 1,113 stitches, I want to say. Close enough for government work. 1,119 stitches, maybe. Anyway, but I've done over 1,000 stitches, and I actually went and popped it into Pattern Keeper, which I should have done from the start, but it didn't dawn on me. Popped it into Pattern Keeper. The only thing I had to do was put in the color key, which I am not even, they call for DMC. I am not using DMC. I'm using what I have dubbed my dead threads, and those, for those that don't know, are any threads that I have accumulated over the years that just aren't made anymore or not easily available, except for one. I am using Color and Cotton Earth Day for water, but the other ones are 6-strand sweets. And then I'm using, I think there was a couple I finished and put away already. And then I'm using this Madeira for the dark blue, which is the outside border. And this is how far I've gotten with my stitches. This is on Vintage Country Mocha 32 count. Basically, the only thing I had done when I picked this up was her, minus the white there, and a little bit of the doorway to this lighthouse, but I've done everything else. Yeah, I've done everything else, and I had contemplated not putting in the border, but we decided we think the border is going to give it some finality around the water where it cuts off and stuff like that. So I am going to do the border. It's basically just a straight line up and then a little doodad on the corners, and then the words up top. I don't know how I'll finish it, but the stitching will be done. So when I put it into Pattern Keeper, found out it's only like 2,400, a little over 2,400 stitches. So I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, I need to get this done. I have less than 900, or about 900 stitches to do. This needle minder, this little coffee cup, you see how I put my needle in it? Those are available in my group, by the way. I have them in blue and black and white. These are great when you're using smaller Q snaps. I was using this one. It's a 6x8. So it's good to put in there for the smalls. I also have the M&Ms available for the smalls. So this will come back out, obviously, and I'll knock out the rest of those so I can get that to be a finish. The other one I do want to try to finish. The One Nation and this one are definitely one to finish. The other one I want to try to finish is a little snow from Lizzie Kate. It's one of, like a boxer or something like. No, it wasn't a boxer. It's small and it came with the fabric, I think. I don't think, if it had a button, it might have come with a button. So I used, I had done a little coffee, and I have a little snow. I did a little coffee, a little beach. And with both of those, I used silk threads from Vicky Clayton. So when I kitted up a little snow, I did the same. I figured I'd do all three with the Vicky Clayton silks. So I had subbed out for the silks. I only have a small start on that, but realistically, I could finish it if I really push through. But I want to get these done first and a couple of other things. So I'll get stitches into it, just can't guarantee a finish for those. But these I want to finish by the end of the month. All right, the next one. Now, I didn't actually stitch on this. I frogged on this, but it's next up. It's in the hoop to go on the Lowry stand so I can sit and stitch, hopefully tonight. It is Native American Angel. Basically, what I did was put in the wrong color. I read the symbol wrong, and I put in a blue instead of the white or the light gray. So I did that in, here I will show you. I picked out here, and then a bunch of bits in here. So I went and frogged that yesterday, during the afternoon. I went and frogged out what I needed to frog out, so when I go to stitch, I didn't have to frog first. So it was ready to go. Wherever I feel like stitching, I can just start going. I also took a minute to take pictures and make it into a PDF to put it in my PDF reader so I can read the symbols a little bit better, easier, and mark it off highlighted in there. So that can go away. All right. A few more things. I have giveaways. I have a little update to my kitting extravaganza, and something I made I wanted to show you, and then something I bought that's not stitchy related, but cool just the same. All right, so let's go ahead with something I made. I was playing with my Cricut, and I had gotten some blank shirts, and I finally made myself a shirt, guys. My friends say it is definitely me. I run on coffee, chaos, and cuss words. Yes. So I don't think I'm going to get into selling shirts. Honestly, I mean, if somebody really wants one, then yes, I can do that. But the person to go to for that is Athena, Stitching Goddess. She's got a Flosstube, and she's got a Facebook group that I belong to. I had bought Witch Please from her. I saw it at Stitch West, and she didn't have my size, so I just ordered it when I got home, and she promptly sent that. I also made more of these. There is a needle there. It's in silver. You can barely see it. But I made that, and I can make more of those. I have, I think, navy and a brighter blue and black bags that are the same as that. So I can make more of those. I was also still playing with my Cricut, and I decided to take these keychains, and I think I'm going to make thread keepers. These are just mock-ups right now, but I made this one. I made this one. Give you a minute to read that. And then I made this one. And I have other designs I want to do, so I will probably just keep these ones. I don't know. But I have other ones I want to do. And I'll put them up on my shop, on my Facebook group. All right, let's go with giveaways now. All right, so I finished stitching this. It's a very quick stitch. These were free. This one wasn't. I bought a couple years ago. I bought a couple of packs where they give you a whole bunch of these in a pack for one price, and I got them from the whole Stitch and Caboodle. It's a group on Facebook. I can put all of that information below, by the way. Let me just write myself a note. Anyway, so I had bought a bunch of these, and I pulled out 2 of them to kit for when I was in jury duty, or no, to start when I went to fly to Stitch West, and I only stitched on one of the flights. But I finished this up. I took it to jury duty. I worked on it there, and then I finished this up. I have the Ghost also kitted up with it because I'm using the same scrap piece of fabric and the same colors. So I'm done with this, and I figured I can pass it on. It can go in the mail in a card. So if you are interested in this, comment with house. All right, that's the first one. Wait, there's more. I was going through some stuff, and this is one I don't want to stitch. I don't know, it's cute. I just don't see me stitching it now. I don't want to. I can't show you the pattern. There's a corner. There's a snowman. Basically, it's full coverage. You keep it in here, and you stitch the piece, and then you pop it out. It has the instructions on it. It does not have the threads, but it's this and the chart, and then you use your threads. I think it tells you what colors to use, but you can always go on your own. If you are interested in this, comment with stocking. Oh, I'm getting scratchy throat. Let's see if I can finish this. All right. Next, I've got this flower panel. This one is Geranium Flower, and it's just a chart. Oh, it's literally just a chart. If you are interested in this one, comment with flowers. Next one is Nature's Celebration. This one has some water damage, but I did double check. It's like that on the inside a little bit, not as dark. But none of the chart is ruined. Like, none of the colors from the chart actually ran, and you can read it absolutely fine. It's one big giant fold out. So if you are interested in this, I think he's so cute. I should have kept it and just stitched. No, I don't need to do that. I have enough to stitch. Anyway, so if you're interested in this, comment with nature. All right, and then there is one more. This one is not in its original bagging. So, it's the Other Country Rooster. This is full coverage. And if you are interested in this, comment with Rooster. We're going to go with Rooster. Just saying. Alright. Anything that you comment for, be over 18, be a subscriber, I'll ship it worldwide. It's not a big deal, honestly. Be over 18, and I'll need your address. I also am flying by the seat of my pants. That's what I'm doing right now. I got the idea from Janet Jabber to do a Google form to put your address and stuff. So I figured that would, A, be easier. I don't know if I'll do the whole mail thing like she does, like to mail out to everybody a little hello card or something like that. But I figured the Google form would be great. It's easier to give me your address for the giveaways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Google form in my description. I'll do it this week. I did get in touch with Mrs. Bobbin Lacer. She got back to me, and her piece of fabric is on. She should have it by now. I say it's on its way, but I'm pretty sure she's got it by now. But I'll put the Google form there. Now, if for any reason you just want to fill out a Google form, feel free. I'll keep it for future use, like to send you insurance quotes. I'm kidding. I would never do that. Anyway, so I'm going to put the form below. I had a couple friends fill it out for me to see if it was going to work, because I've never built one. I've filled them out before, but I've never actually made one and had to use the link and everything like that. So bear with me, learning curve. So I'm going to put that in there. Let's see if I can get through this without choking to death. All right. So if you watched, write myself a note. If you watched my kitting up ceremony, all my kitted items, if you watched that, you know that there were a few that I still wanted to kit. I kitted up a few of them, but I didn't keep them out. But I wanted to show you that, A, I pulled this one out. I don't know if I showed this to you guys. I think I might have showed it last time. So this one I pulled out. I kitted up with Victoria Motto threads and using my Dobby thread ring. So this one will be a future start. I can't wait. Then I had the nerve to go through my Sooner binder, and I figured you guys might want to know how crazy I am, which is fine. I mean, it's a good crazy, right? And I decided there's more I want to kit up, and I have not started just yet, but I figured I'd show you. Alright, so I pulled out Tiny Modernist, just because this is so cute. It's a small, everybody can use a small in their life, and I have a lot of big ones, so once I start finishing some, I can put some smalls in there to break it up. Heart and Hand, Wee Santa from 2020. Those pants, though, and those little legs, and there's just so much. The candy canes, and the mini snowman, and oh my goodness. The fox. Yes, the fox. Now, I'm debating on the ferret. I saw the ferret. I'm really liking the ferret. I don't like all of them. I like this fox, sort of liking the ferret. So I want to kit him up. Then I went through, and there's a couple Moo the Merriers that I really like. I love a cow. So Moo the Merrier Farms, Needle Bling Design. I love you till the cows come home. I love that. Then there is this one from Rummy Creations. Move That Needle, Baby. I almost read Lady because I'm reading it backwards. I love this. And it comes with a little charm. Do I have another Moo the Merrier out? I know I had a couple of them. Oh, yep. Then this one's from Fox and Rabbit. I think she's coming out. I think she told me she's going to come out with the Cat and the Fiddle. I think. So this is the Cow That Missed the Moon. These are all from last year's market, and I have yet to kit them up. I definitely want to kit that one up. This one, how cute. I love the little hedgehog. Is it a hedgehog or is it a porcupine? I'm going to call it a hedgehog for Jaylong's mom, Becky. There's going to be, this hedgehog's name is Becky. Jaylong, you can let your mom know. She has a hedgehog named after her. Then, I pulled out this one. I have so many waxing moon designs, and I don't think I'm actually stitching on any right now. So, definitely need to fix that. I think what I want to kit up is a squirrel. I think that's the first one I want to kit up. Not sure about the fox. It's okay. But my favorites out of these are those two. So I think I want to kit the squirrel. Then I have this one that I've had for a while now. It is Be Happy from Homespun Elegance. I really like that. I think that's cute. And I bought this one last year or the year before. It's Clean Dishes from Dames and Needle. It says, Scary Cat, Salem Witches, need a spell to clean my dishes. Amen, sister. So I want to stitch that. I have a couple from Not Forgotten Farm, and I don't have any that I'm stitching right now. And I love Lori, so I am going to stitch this. There's actually a basket there, too, that you stitch. I don't know that I'll finish it exactly like that, but I just think this is cute. So, I'm going to do that. Then, since I finished my Alice, I need to kit up yet another little stitcher, because I have a bunch of this type series, and Wizard of Oz is going to be next. So I need to kit that one up. Then the freebie, I love the mittens from Cricket Collection, and I have the freebie. I'm going to do the Cocoa one. There's also a squirrel one that I have that is really cute. I think there's a cardinal one. This one is with the pile because I have not... It's got thread in it, guys. But I didn't pull this fabric. I have not pulled fabric for it. I thought I was going to have to pull the threads for it too. I also have not figured out what I'm going to do about this. If I still have the threads. The fabric that I need, if I do it on 36 count, it's going to be 27 by 28. That's with a 6-inch border. I may have to do it on 40 count to make it a little bit more manageable. But that's also to be determined. I got to find fabric for. And then I want to stitch up this one. It's Snowing Men. This is the one that Shannon gave me. And this should be a quick stitch, a pretty quick stitch. So I would like to kit that one up also. What kind of kitting will I do? Nobody knows. Who knows if I'll use dead threads or Victoria Motto or called for or whatever it fancies me. I will do that. All right. One last piece of information. A little bit more word salad, please. I wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I love a kitchen gadget. My friend Andrea is a Pampered Chef consultant, and I did a Pampered Chef online show when she first started. I think I was her first one or second one. And I loved it, and I got a whole bunch of stuff, and I got the Instant Pot from her, or the Quick Cooker, I think they call it. And I got all this stuff, and I got stuff for my son, but I did a really good sale, so I got a lot of free stuff. That being said, I still love Pampered Chef stuff. I'm not having a show. That's not what I'm here to tell you. What I'm here to tell you is I placed another order with her because she had like a charity thing going on too. So I placed another order, and I wanted to show you some stuff. It might be stuff that you didn't know existed, but you really need, and you didn't even know it. So, for those interested, first of all, they have scrapers. Now, it used to be brown and square, and I absolutely love those scrapers, and I've actually sent them to people. I think I sent one to Belinda, and I gave one to my neighbor, and it's to scrape your pots and pans after you're done cooking to get that really hard stuff off without ruining your pots and pans. They call it a pan scraper, and they come in a pack of 3. So, of course, I ordered another pack of 3. Now, they've changed the shape. It's more, I guess, holder-friendly, user-friendly. But the other one was just square, and it had different size circles. I mean, circles. Different size edges for the different roundness on some of the pans, which is convenient. This one doesn't. I guess it sort of has the same thing. They're all different edgings. Anyway, so I got a thing of 3. Love a gadget. Okay, another thing that's my favorite is this cleaning brush. You can get the little edges and corners with that. And this is pretty rough, pretty stiff. It's the dual-sided cleaning brush, and I think it's like $5 or something. I don't know. I know, use a toothbrush, but I still like this. I like the way it has the edging. I like the bristles on it. It gets in all the cracks and crevices. And I ordered another one because I had 2. One for dishes, one for laundry. And my stepdaughter took the one for dishes and lost the one for laundry, and she used it on her sneakers. So I need another one for dishes. So, of course, since I'm putting in an order, I get another brush, right? Also, I've been wanting to make mini pies. I make empanadas, and so I have a big Empanada Press. Well, I saw this, and I've been wanting to make mini pies, so I bought the hand pie and pocket maker. This, okay, so it comes apart. This part is to press down if you're making your own dough. I don't make my own dough. Goya makes my dough for me, or I can go get pie crust. Pillsbury does a great job. Anyway, this is to cut it out if you need to. This part, you put the little round thing in there, and it comes with this little scoop, which is just enough to put in, and then you close it shut, squeeze it, and it makes your little mini half moon pie. So, like I said, I love a gadget. And that saves you from having to do a little fork thing around and everything, and everything snaps into each other, like so. Alright, and then the last thing I got, it was a much smaller box than before. The last time I had big boxes because I got all kinds of stuff. Alright, I got the microwave bowl cozy set. No. Okay, so for when you're heating up your soup or whatever, maybe you have dip. I make chips and dip all the time, and you want to hold the bowl. Well, you put the bowl in here. They also have these, which I have one, and it's round and flat with a pocket. Looks like a big old pita pocket, but in fabric, and it's for tortillas to warm up your tortillas in the microwave. So after you take your bowl out of the microwave, put it in here, and then you can hold the bowl without burning your hands. So, like I said, I love a good gadget, and it just came in today, and I was like, well, I'm doing my video. I will let everybody know. If, for some reason, you don't have a Pampered Chef person, let me know. Make a comment. I can put you in touch with Andrea. I ordered directly from her, and she could either order directly for you or put it on somebody's show or whatever she wants, you know. But you can do a show yourself and earn a whole bunch of free stuff. So just let me know if you're interested in any of that stuff or want to find somebody to buy it from. Or now you can go buy it from your person if you have one. What's next? What's next? I need to go cut bags. I need to stitch on my Native American Angel. She needs 500 stitches for WIPCO, 600 for the year. So I need to work on her tonight. I need to... I don't know. That's my immediate plans. How about that? I need to drink more coffee. And that's all I got for you. Don't forget that I do have the giveaways. I will call winners during my next one, which should be, let's see, which should be on the 20th. And that's a Wednesday, you know, barring any delays. I try to go every 2 weeks. So April 20th, I'll do the drawings and let you guys know who won. Any questions or comments are always welcome. Gunner is fine. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention if he made any real noise while I was doing my video, but he's doing fine. And that's all I got. I hope everyone's doing well. You know, my thoughts are with the Ukraine, of course. That's just, yeah, if it causes us to have high gas prices, it's not my concern, for really. I'm more worried about the people. More worried about the people. And that's another little plug I should tell you. Did you know that St. Jude, which I love that charity, St. Jude is actually flying those children out with cancer and having cancer treatments. They're flying them out of the Ukraine and making sure that they're getting the care that they need. And I saw that, and yeah, my eyes leaked a little bit. You know, you don't think about all the little things like that all the time when you see something going on, and there's so many little things that should be happening that's not happening, or the needs that you don't realize. You think of the immediate danger, of course, but you don't think of all those little, and it's not little, honestly. You know, for somebody's child that has cancer, that's the biggest thing in the whole world for them. But it didn't even dawn on me. It wasn't, I knew that they needed supplies. That's another thing I was told, that you do not want to Western Union money to the Ukraine. You need to do it through some reputable places. One of them is directly through the UN. You can also buy from Ukrainian cross-stitchers. They are getting the money, but if you want to order, do it in, I think it's like $19.99 and below increments, so they get the money more immediately. From what I understand, if it's $20 and over, they have to wait a certain amount of days. This is what I heard. I have not verified, but yeah, that's all I got. You know, I've seen some of the stuff that's going on, and it's upsetting, to say the least. And I really do think about those Ukrainians and even the Russians that aren't involved with that and don't want it. You know, you think, oh well, it's Russia. Not everybody thinks the same in the U.S. Not everybody thinks the same in any country. So I really, my heart goes out to them, and I hope for this to stop, this to end sooner rather than later. I am going to go do my things, my stuff and things, and I need to eat. I'm starving. Okay, so I could last a couple of days. Don't nitpick, but I am hungry. I hope all is well with you and yours, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.